Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to show you how to set up a local WordPress site on your Mac computer. You might be wondering why you want to do that. Basically, if you're developing or designing websites, you want to have a backup of that site. You don't want to always have the website online. So you want to have the website stored on your machine so you can update it, test it, and constantly sort of tweak it and then upload and it be online. Say another example of why you might want this is, say you want to just have a diary that you don't have online. You could have a local, you could have a blog, so to speak, stored on your computer that no one else can see. So it does have potential to be there. But anyway, the first things first is we need to install what's called Mamp. So we search for Mamp, and what we do is go to download and download. So while we're waiting, we'll just say what is Mamp. Basically, Mamp stands for Macintosh, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. And essentially it's a local PHP server, PHP and MySQL server. WordPress runs on PHP and MySQL, so what Mamp does is it creates that server so you can run everything locally. While we're doing that, we also need to download WordPress and not.com.org. So what we do is go to download and download. So while that's downloading, next thing is to create a folder. So we want to create a folder where all our WordPress sites will be stored. So what I'll do is call that _WordPress, and we don't want to just leave that on the desktop. So what I usually do is put it in my root folder. So I drag it in here, and WordPress is there, and I can also add it in here. So that just means whenever I click on Finder, what this brings up all my files, but I can click on WordPress, and essentially all my WordPress sites will in the future be installed here. So I'll just let Mamp install. We'll listen to some Most Def while we're waiting. Okay, so Mamp is installed. Let's click on downloads. So we have, this is our WordPress file. So what we're going to do is actually open that and click it here. And we're going to change that name to the Shaw because this is the actual website now. So that's going to be called the Shaw. And the reason why I copied the zip folder in is in the future, if say I want to make a website for Most Def the rapper, I'll click on that and then title that Most Def. And therefore all my WordPress sites I'm saying will be installed here. So I'll delete that. At the moment, this is all the back end of the WordPress. At the moment, don't worry about that. All we're doing today is setting it up. So what I've got to do is go back to downloads and then click on Mamp. And what this is going to do is take us through the process of installing Mamp. So what we do is click continue. Continue again, continue again. Make sure you read that. Install. It's fine there. Type in your password. Prepare installation. Put on a bit of music again while we're waiting. So this takes a wee bit of time, just depends how fast your computer is. At the moment, it says it'll be done 2 minutes. So that's been done. So close that. So Mamp has installed, hopefully. So what we do is click on Mamp in your applications, and then these two, Apache server and MySQL server, should both ding ding, it's working. So that will then load up this. Put that there for now. So it says, welcome, Mamp has been installed successfully. Things to take a note of, it says your host is localhost, your port is 3306, your user is root, your password is root. So basically this is your login details for getting into your database. So what we want to do is see if our WordPress site is working. So what we do is do localhost 3000 / the Shaw, and nothing is coming up yet. So what we have to do is stop the servers, and we'll go to preferences, and then we can check information here, but the main thing is to go to web server, and we notice that the document route is going to htdocs. A lot of people would store their web development websites in htdocs. I'm not going to at the moment. I'm going to store it in this here folder called WordPress, just for my personal ease of use. You can store it wherever you want, and there may be a better option. I'm going to store it here. So we do that, click OK, we hit start servers. So the document route will now load up localhost 3000. We want to go to the folder the Shaw, so we click on the Shaw, localhost 3000, still not working. Right, what's wrong? Okay, so we need to do another thing. We need to go to phpMyAdmin. So tools, phpMyAdmin. We then go to databases, and we go to create database. So we're going to call this database the Shaw. What we'll do is then restart the servers, and so we go to localhost / the Shaw. Why did it not work? That's why. So the reason why it's not working is because the local host is actually 88888, and I was going to 3000. So port localhost 8888. We make sure that's working. We go to continue. We go let's go. We remember our database name is the Shaw because we just set it up. The username was root. The password was also root. And we got that information by going to open web start page, and that information is all here. So then go to submit, and then we're saying alright Sparky, everything looks good, run the install. So everything seems to be working. So the site is going to be called the Shaw, username the Shaw. I'm going to set this as just website test site. Email is going to be this. Yes, so I'm going to copy that. You can make sure you put a stronger password. Discourage search engines, we don't need to do that. If you are having a website where you have a client that possibly doesn't want any information to be online at all, and even though it's a local site, just tick that for now. So we don't really care about that, so we're going to install. WordPress is successfully installed. That was fast, wasn't it? So we log in. We then do username the Shaw, password, website test site, log in, boom, we're in. Welcome to WordPress. So this is the way the website looks at the moment. Quite like this new WordPress theme. Whenever I'm developing my themes, I use a theme called Blank Slate, which looks like this. So it's good. It's very bit different. It just saves you having to strip out all the styles. You know, this is quite a nice responsive theme to have now. So if you're doing development sites, it could be a nice starter theme to work with. Personally, I prefer something that's completely stripped back and ready to rock. So that is essentially it done. We'll just make sure it's working. We'll add a new post. So this is we're setting up Mamp on our Macs. Us to develop websites locally using phpMyAdmin. So that's basically it. What we'll actually do is put a picture up, because it's always good to have a picture. Standard category is screencast. Could also be blog post. Tags, web design, web development, Mamp, localhost, PHP my admin, databases. Should probably spell that right. So then we'll set a featured image and we drop in my lovely face. Title would be to set up Mamp on a Mac. Watch the screencast to learn more. David Shaw. Set a featured image. Boom, boom, boom. Publish. View post. And we're live. Not live. Live on the computer. So we're local. So that's it. Very simple, very cool. I'm going to go ahead and get stuck into uploading my new portfolio site, and I will upload this video as soon as possible. So cheers, have a good one, bye bye.